G'day guys, I'm back with another how-to video. Ever since I purchased this house a couple of years ago, I had this problem of the garage door having no seals on the side and the top, which allowed all the little bugs, insects, dirt and dust to get in through the openings on the sides, and which was causing a bit of a nuisance for me. Today I decided to go to my local hardware shop, which is also called Bunnings in Australia. And I got the garage door seals from Bunnings, and today I'm going to put them on to sort this problem out once and for all. So let's see how we go. So if I turn the light off inside the garage, you will see how the light from outside, the daylight coming through those openings on the side and the top. So, and as you can see, there's a fair bit of light coming through the side, and then you have the top as well, all the way to here. So there's a fair bit of opening which I need to seal. Hopefully the garage door seals I purchased from Bunnings will fix this issue out for me. So from Bunnings, I purchased these Moroday brush seals. One is an angled side seal, as it shows in the description as well. It goes on the side. Other one is a straight one, which will go on the top. You can use it at the bottom. In the description it says you would have to put it at the bottom of the garage door, but you can also use on the top. So on the label you can also find the dimensions of this brush seal. So you can see clearly they're different. They come in different sizes. This is what the garage door looks like from outside. I will do the top seal first, and then I will do the sides. That's what is recommended to do. So let's measure the top, how long it is, and we will cut the seals to fit the top side of the garage. So I have measured the top side of the garage, the length, and it's coming out to be 4.72 meters. So what I'm going to do now is actually cut the top seal to 4.72 meters, and then I'll try to put them on. So I've taken the brush seal out of the packaging. As you can see, it comes with a set of screws. You can either use these or you can buy much better ones from, again, the local hardware shop. So before you put on your top seal on, you gotta make sure you have the measurement of the width of the opening. So if I put my measuring tape here, you'll see it is around, I can see it, zoom it in, it's around quarter of an inch or 5 millimeters. So a quarter of an inch or 5 millimeter is the width I need to cover. So I'll put the seals on in a way that it's out by 7 millimeters, just a little bit over. So I don't want to be exactly 5 millimeters or quarter of an inch, leaving the brush. So I'll go with the 7 mil protruding out. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I have put one of the garage door seals on. So that's my 2.5 meters covered. I've still got 2.17 meters still to go. So I will take this second garage door seal out, and I will cut it to measure, and then I will put this one on to cover the remaining bit. Okay, so I'm going to measure this this garage door seal for 21.7 meters. So I've got my hacksaw, which I will use to cut this seal, the metal frame. So other thing you can do is you can push these brushes slightly out, or quite a bit out, to make room for you to cut this frame. Try to keep it as straight as possible when you're cutting. Okay, so now I have cut it to the required length. I will now have to cut these brushes according to the length of this frame as well. So I will pull this out to make sure I've got the brush actually flush against this frame over here. So I've got the required length of the brush, and now I'll cut this excess. I can use this cutting tool. I'll do it slightly out. And I will use these pliers to crimp this end, so the bristles don't keep falling out. So press it as hard as you can. And it's done. Okay, so I'll be using these screws to screw these seals into the top part of the wooden structure, and I already put them on. I haven't tightened them up, so the key is you just tap them in and don't screw all the way in. I've already put 2 screws on, space them out. And I'll put this the end one as well. So I'll put the end screw in. Again, I'm not going to over tighten it. So I just want to make sure it's spaced out correctly from the edge. So I don't think it's 5 centimeters. Just want to check, double check. And as I thought, it is actually 4. So I'll take the screw out and push this back a little bit to make it 5. All right, so I've just put the correct measurements here, and I've taken the screw out and I'm putting back in. So I've put the brush seals, both sides of brush seals, I've cut them to size, and I put the necessary screws in to hold them up there. That part is done. Now I will put all the remaining screws into the holes. Okay, so the garage brush seal for the top side is all done and screwed in, as you can see. It all looks pretty neat and nice. This is where the joint is. It's a bit of a gap, but that's a rookie error. It doesn't look bad at all from if you look, if you're standing 1 or 2 meters away from it. Just close up, it looks a bit odd, but that's okay. I can live with this. The coverage is still pretty good for the brushes, so there's no gap in between the brush where the brush join the from one part to another. It's only this gap over here. It's only in the metal bracket. The brushes are all overlapping at each other, so the dust, dirt, bugs, that they won't go in. Looks pretty nice to me. It's all done and flush against the wall. So far so good. Okay, it's time to put the angled side seal on to the sides over here. I'll do the measurements and cut this to size. It is 2.25 meters as it says, and I'll do the same as I did for the top side. I'll cut it to size and have a bit of an overhang. Okay, I have cut this angled side seal to the length. My requirement was 2.07 meters, and I've cut it just the same way as I did the top seal. Now I'll put it on. Okay, so I think I've made a mistake here. Again, a rookie error. First time I'm doing it. I should have got these bristles cut, or should have got the seal, which was a shorter length. Because this was a longer length, I can't put the side seal perfectly aligned. So what I did actually, in order to get it, because if I was putting it here, it was it's not coming flush against the door. So in order to do that, I had to cut a notch, as you can see, and shove this in as such. And then this is flexible, so I did it. I can bend it and then I can shove it in such, like this. So what's done is done. Or as I said, I just cut a notch in there, and now I can put it in as such, and if I close the door, it will be flushed against it, the bristles I'm talking about. So I'll demonstrate. I'll close the door. As you see, it's nice and flush as I want it to be. As you can see, it's not too bad, to be honest. Should have got smaller bristles. So this part could have moved forward and that will nicely fit in, but that's okay. I've cut the notch and I've managed to put this one in. Alright guys, the moment of truth has arrived. I've finished off the entire job, putting the side seal and the top seal on to kill off any gaps or any opening which this garage door had. So I will show you how there's no light coming through at all from the sides opening, because I've put on the brush seals. So I'll turn the light off and there you go. As you can see, it's pitch black dark in here. The only bit you can see is the light coming through from the door, the sections of the door where they join. So it's a very tiny little light coming through there. Obviously you can't do anything to block this, but as you can see, I'm panning the camera, it's pitch black dark. There's nothing, no light coming through. There's a little bit of light coming through at the bottom, tiny bit. I'm not sure why, but you know, I can't get it perfect blockage with those brush seals. But anyway, look, this is more than enough what I was hoping for. And as you can see, it's the only light coming through this garage door is actually this sections where they're joined together in the middle. That's the middle of the garage door. Okay guys, so this is from the outside, the garage door brush seals. As you can see, it's like absolutely sticking to the door, and hence why you can't see any gap or any light coming through. As I said, there was a problem here. I had would have to cut a notch to get the proper seal. This is again, I'm not an expert, so I was doing it for the first time, but I'm happy with the result. It doesn't look bad at all, to be honest. Yeah, so I will open the garage door and you can see how it goes. And now I will close to show you how it works. Alright, so guys, this is it. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section. Like and subscribe to this channel. And this was my first attempt, and I think I did pretty well. So yeah, see you in the next video.